Smiley Morning Show. Y'all make some noise. Hey, we are broadcasting from Broward County, Hollywood, Florida.
In here.
Big shout out to Hot 105, man. We are so excited, man. We are live. Big shout out to my man Big Lip and Shelby. Has the best afternoon show in the country. Mr. Jerry Rushing is here. We're so happy to have y'all. Y'all, one time for one of the biggest names in South Florida, Jerry Rushing, y'all. Come on.
Man.
We're going to do a whole story on you and JT one day. We're going to do a whole segment, tell the history of you and James Taylor. Y'all are an institution in Florida. And we love, what's your guy, Maria Joe Bullitt?
Yeah, in Tallahassee, yeah, he's
man.
There,
y'all are real institutions in radio. We want to be like y'all when we grow up. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Grammy-nominated R&B singer and songwriter Eric Benet.
What up, man? Happy birthday, man.
Thank you, man. I'm just trying to age backwards like you.
Man, you still a young'un, man. Like, that was 2 birthdays ago for me. I ain't gonna say your age, but wait till you get my age where you gotta wake up more than once in the middle of the night to go pee, man.
I did last night.
You probably only on one time.
Yeah. Right. I went twice last night. You went twice?
Oh, welcome to the club, bro.
Too much information.
That's a real thing.
Come on, man.
That's real.
Hey, let me kick this thing off, Eric Benet, because let me just spend my life with you, with Tamia.
Thank you, sir.
That's got to be, me and my wife got married to that song.
Yes. I love that.
Y'all did?
Oh, man, come on, man.
I knew he was in love. He brought his wife to the NBA All-Star Weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, they weren't married. They had just started dating.
That's real love.
Messed up the whole trip. But I ain't mad because they end up getting married.
Right.
But man, I'm like, man, you done bought, man. What you doing, bro? It's supposed to be, bro.
I'm saying to the beach, dog.
You gotta get married.
She wasn't no
after that.
saying. Y'all still together. So y'all got married to the song.
Man, come on, man. Spend My Life is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
Yes.
That was one of them songs where it's the first time I was writing a song and I knew it was going to be number one.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to a big songwriter, Richard Marx, the other day, where it's like, you never know as a songwriter when you're writing because you be in your own bubble. But that was one when,
you knew.
like, I knew. I was like, this thing right here,
Come on.
it's gone. I just knew it.
I know Maria got a question. I just want to ask one thing real quick. Did you, I just want to know your history. Did you start out in church or jazz club?
So I think I really started out in church when I was just a kid. And then when my whole family sang, so we started.
What was your church solo song that you led in?
Oh, I used to, I'm going to try to sing it the way my voice was back then. I made a vow to the Lord.
Yeah!
Man, I used to have them old ladies passing out in the front, man.
Listen.
The nurses, man, listen.
We be wanting to know that stuff.
And that voice is pristine. You know, you are one of my favorite people to follow on Instagram. Ricky, he should be a comedian on the side.
I ain't got no sense.
Oh, you be on there clowning. And one of the posts you recently shared, it was like a meme, and it was saying, you know, when people ask me, am I still doing the music thing? Right, and you like, forever. Like, that's what I do. Like
forever,
yeah,
ever.
forever. What would you say? Because you look so good. I'm sure you're drinking all the water and doing the yoga and eating your greens.
All of it.
What would you say? Yeah, what would you say has contributed to you just sustaining your look and your sound over all of these years?
I think you hit it. A great deal of it is your diet, and every chance I get, I say this to my people: cut out the sugar, only drink water. Don't drink soda. You know, if you can, cut out the beef and the pork, or bring it down and eat more vegetables and less processed foods, and that's a huge part of it. But the mental too, staying positive, staying grateful. If you got that negative energy in your life, try to push it out. You know, so it's all about it's that.
So who would you say influenced your music style, Eric?
That's a great question. There's been so many. The first is probably my family, because I was the baby,
Right.
growing up.
Watching them.
My siblings, all my siblings sing, play instruments, got perfect pitch, and I'm just this baby that grew up in that environment. We used to listen to like my older sister Audrey got a great ear for harmony, so we would listen to the Silvers, and she could be able to take apart the harmony and be like, all right, Eric, I'm gonna give you a note. And back then I had the soprano note, you know, so we would all get a note, soprano, alto. So I just grew up in this musical environment.
Nice.
Right.
But then of course, you know, it's the Maurice White, Earth, Wind and Fire. It's it's the Shaka Khan. It's the Donny Hathaway. You know, it was the Bobby Caldwell. It's the Prince. You know, the usual Stevie Wonder, the usual.
Absolutely.
Brad and I started out in the church too. We you know, my thing, I always wanted to be you know, I played the B3. And Brad was a drummer at our church. Brad,
That's dope.
apostolic and
I played the
sanctified.
shout music.
Praise dance, praise dance.
So now, Eric, R&B has seemed to change over the decades and it's become more watered down. Do you agree?
I mean, I feel like there's a couple contributors that could support that argument. One thing was when I was growing up in public school, there was money for music, you know, and there's not that much music anymore to feed that. The other thing, I don't know, I think technology is a good and bad thing, you know. Like back in the day, if you couldn't sing, you just went back home and practiced until you could.
Come on now.
Now today, it's like, oh, don't worry about that. I got a little plug-in to fix that right there. You know, you just fix the pitchy non-singing folks. And I mean, I don't want to sound like an old man because, you know, technology is always advancing and there's some great R&B, you know, artists out there right now, but I think maybe some of that might contribute to that.
Well, let's talk about your new song with our girl Tamar Braxton.
That's my girl right there.
It's called Something to Make Love To.
Woo!
So
Man.
I'm thinking that you're trying to take it back to the Keep Sweating the Baby Making Song
See,
days.
Brad, you be knowing.
And you bringing it back to the real music and the real singing and the real meaningful words. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Man, see, listen, when we came out with that song, and I got to give it up for my brother Laney Stewart, Tricky and Laney Stewart produced the song. You know, Felly the Voice wrote it. It's one of those things where as soon as people heard that song, they'd be like, "Damn, this sounds like that old R&B."
Yes.
And I think so. My entire project is a duets project.
Okay.
And with all the songs, that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring it back to that R&B that just feel good to the soul, where maybe we don't feel it as much as we used to.
Yeah.
So that's what we trying to do with this
Man,
project.
man, we so happy to have you, and thank you for getting up so early.